Hey, what is going on, folks? So it was unavoidable. I mean, there were so many of these out on YouTube, and I really enjoyed all of these different lists. And of course, if you are familiar with these type of videos, then you know what I'm talking about already. So this is my top 10 action figures of 2017. All right, so the process for me creating this list was pretty simple. So if I didn't buy it, if I didn't purchase it in 2017, if it wasn't released in 2017, then it won't be on the list. So there's going to be a lot of awesome action figures that won't be on the list, just for the simple fact that it was out of my price range, or I just didn't pick it up. Um, so as you can tell, if you've counted the figures in the video so far, it's a few more than 10. I'm just going to do a process of elimination. I'm a big fan of Toy Galaxy, so this is my way of paying homage to that channel, and just really figuring out who's on my list. Actually, I mean, I have an idea who's in the top three, but as far as the other slots, I think it's just gonna happen as we're going through this video. So let's get to it.
It's a trap!
All right. So before I start eliminating figures, I just want to say that this list is basically what I'm interested in. I'm interested in wrestling action figures. Of course, the Ninja Turtles is represented here. I just got back into Power Rangers this year. I think the movie had a lot to do with that, although I still have not seen the movie, unfortunately. So I have to go check that out. Really awesome Marvel Legends. I'd have to say that is the most consistent toy line within the last 5 years, I'd say, ever since Hasbro got their stuff together. Usagi Yojimbo, World of Nintendo, awesome figure. Luigi, for sentimental reasons, being that he is tall and I'm tall and I like the color green, but it's also an awesome action figure. This is my inaugural list, so I don't know, it's subjective, you don't have to agree with my list. It is what it is. And a couple more Marvel Legends. That Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 line was really good. I think it came out in two waves. So this was the first wave of that year of 2017. We got a good Angela figure and another awesome. Actually, I don't think we got a Yondu figure before, but this was a pretty good Yondu. So let's get to eliminating some figures, and let's see if I could round out my top 10. At about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't count. I already forgot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I almost forgot that number while I was counting again. Alright. So I have to eliminate 5. And this is tough. I just realized that I did not put any mini-mates in this list, but maybe in my 2018 list I'll be a lot more prepared.
Oh my.
Do that. Let's try to eliminate 5 figures. And so unfortunately, oh man. Alright, well, I don't want to, but okay. I'm going to eliminate this one, this Shinsuke Nakamura. It's the Defining Moments. Shinsuke Nakamura came out earlier in this year, but it's way too flawed to be in my top 10 list. I mean, for one, they made him way too tall. He's only 6'3", and so he is. For one, they made him too tall. I don't like the goatee isn't great. The face scanning could be like. There's a better NXT Elite that just came out maybe in a couple months ago, so I still didn't pick that up. But this is actually, I mean, I think I just started off with a few negatives. It is a decent action figure. I've highly, I've been waiting for a Shinsuke Nakamura figure for my collection for a long time, but yeah, I don't think he'll make my top 10 list, so I'm going to take him out. Okay, so we're down to 14. I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to take out Leo. This is from the Monster Hunters TMNT line, and it's kind of weird including like the wackier TMNT figures in the top 10 list, but if you take a closer look, he looks a lot like Indiana Jones in how they represented him. He comes with 4 accessories, like 2 daggers, and his signature katanas. His Indiana Jones cap actually comes off, which is a really cool touch. I thought that was a really cool feature. Unfortunately, you can't take off the jacket, but it is soft enough where if you're trying to pose this action figure, it won't get in your way. Great action figure, but it's not going to make my top 10 list for 2017. Down to 13. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so 13 for sure. Oh man, it's getting much more difficult. Am I gonna take out Yondu? I just did a review for him for Captain Poe Dameron. I really like this face sculpt. Oh man, this is difficult. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to. So I'm gonna have to take off Luigi. And besides these sentimental reasons, I mean, because I relate to Luigi a lot more because he is tall. The other reason why I included him is because most of the World of Nintendo Super Mario figures have fists. This Luigi, they decided to give him open hands, which is a really cool feature. Besides that, it is a really nice representation of this character. It looks like he jumps right out of the video game, but he's not going to make my top 10 list, so let's take him out. So I've got 12. Okay, who can I take out? You know what, I'm going to have to take out Poe. Unfortunately, this is a great action figure, and I think this is, this really marks good things to come with me and Star Wars figures, because I really started to collect Star Wars seriously within the last couple of months, and I really like this face sculpt, but unfortunately he's not going to make my top 10 list. Although I will say this though, he is a very good action figure. I really like the face sculpt, I really do. Okay, so we're down to 4. I think we're down to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. I'm down to 11. Okay, alright, so it just got way more difficult. Alright, I know I'm going to take out, and unfortunately he just barely barely got eliminated, but this is a special figure for me because I really like Yondu. Guardians of the Galaxy, that's such a great franchise. I mean, there are people who don't like the comedy in the Marvel Universe, but I love it. And he was just, I mean, I'm sad because he died, but man, it was just, as soon as I knew this figure was coming out, I mean, this was the figure that I was most excited about in this line, including Angela. But, after careful consideration, I don't think he's going to make my top 10 list. So, let me take him out. So, that was difficult. Alright, so we're down to, what am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, time to put them in order. Alright. So, I have an idea. So, I'm going to put 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, descending. So, yeah, just bear with me. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm going to clear out this section. That section. Okay. Alright, and your Cyclops is just going to lean on there. So 10 is going to be... 10 is going to be Dad Colossus, and I really like this action figure. Initially I didn't like him, but for the alternate head, you get the classic Colossus, but you get bearded Colossus. He looks fantastic, and also he gets a part in his hair. Look how trendy that is. Look how trendy he is now. You get hipster Colossus in this, so he makes my top 10. I'm actually starting to like him more than my Toy Biz Colossus, for the simple fact that the toy is much more proportional than the Toy Biz Colossus, in that I don't need to prop this figure against anything. I mean, look how long and wide the feet are. It's a perfect base for such a sturdy, hefty action figure. So that's number 10. But I'm gonna eliminate him here because I want to showcase my top 3. But number 10 is Colossus. That's number 10. Number 9. Number 9 is Bandai White Ranger. And the reason why he is number 9 is because of the weird muscles. I mean, he is a great action figure, don't get me wrong. I love this action figure. But Bandai does this weird thing where they're trying to compete with superheroes, and they're not. These are supposed to be kids with attitudes who are given special powers with suits. And many times they don't have like six-pack abs or like bulging like leg muscles and huge biceps. It's just weird. But it's still a great figure nonetheless, because I can use the vest to cover up the muscles. And you get Saba. I mean, let me see if I can take him out. I'll wield him for you guys. He is eliminated in my top 3, and look at that. You can wield Saba. Really cool. So he is my number 9. Alright. Number 8, the Kevin Owens Show Universal title, WWE Elite Mattel action figure. I love Kevin Owens. He He's probably my favorite wrestler out right now. I mean, between him and AJ Styles. Really great figure. The reason why he's not in my top 3 is they do this weird thing with his arms. I mean, Kevin Owens has some really big biceps and some big triceps, but they're not as toned and big like that. Yeah, they're more. I mean, he does have a belly, and he does represent the everyman, but he does not have these bulging, Dwayne the Rock Johnson muscles like that. It's just weird. Other than that, this is a great action figure, and I mean, the detail on this is great. It's just better than the original WWE Elite figure that they had for him. The beard is much more on point. They have his fade down and the spiky hair, so that's good. So he's my number 8. All right. So number 7. Number 7 is going to Angela. Alright, so Marvel got the rights to Angela from Neil Gaiman. So Todd McFarlane was in a legal battle with Neil Gaiman for the rights of Angela for several years. Originally, she was a Spawn character. Unfortunately, Neil Gaiman got the rights to Angela, and I say unfortunately because I feel like I'm on Team Todd McFarlane, and I think that's BS that what he did to him. But then again, I don't know the whole story, so he could have created Angela. I don't know. The flip side to that is we get this really nice Angela figure, and this is probably the best female sculpt of a female character from Marvel Legends that we have ever gotten. She actually has an ab crunch, which is pretty amazing because most female action figures for the Marvel Legends line doesn't have a ab crunch. And then look at the hair sculpt. That's really nice. Everything about this figure is pretty epic. I mean, I love the crown. Everything is really nice. I love the metallic paint. It's just a beautiful figure. Really well done. Kudos to you, Marvel Legends. I really like this figure. Okay, down to 6. Alright, so let's do this. Okay. So down to my last 6, and yeah, this is gonna be difficult. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go with Star Power Mario, number 6. He is awesome. I really like this figure. I am a sucker for translucent figures, and this is just one of them. Beautiful translucent figure, sparkly too. If you put him, he radiates in the sun, and also he looks great on the shelf. It's a beautiful figure. Okay, number 5. Number 5 is Marvel Legends Ares. This was a Build-A-Figure quite a few years ago, and he came out as a regular figure for the Thor Ragnarok line. Fantastic. Bigger logo, black paint, huge weapons. I mean, look at that helmet. That's just beautiful. And for the price of $20, and look at that metal finish on those boots. Just a fantastic figure. For the price you pay and the value you get, this is a fantastic action figure. My number 5. Alright, down to the last 3, actually last 4. Oops. So okay. All right, so down to the last 4, and I really wanted to include him in my top 3, but unfortunately, AJ Styles, you are eliminated at 4, but you made a great presence. Mainstay for TNA wrestling for a long time. Really great action figure. When I heard that they were gonna release one, I was excited. Excuse me. And yeah, I mean, what can I say? He's such a great action figure. Yeah, just to have him represented is great. I think he's top 4. Pretty good showing. So here's my top 3, and I'll give you my reasoning, and then I'll put them in the order of top 3. So the reason why these are top 3 is because for one, they're basic, but also these are key costumes for these figures. Key costumes. So for one, we really haven't had a Jim Lee Cyclops in a long time. And if you try to pick up that Toy Biz Cyclops in the Jim Lee costume and on eBay, you know, before this figure, he was going for about $75 to $100. Unboxed, boxed, maybe $150. For Usagi Yojimbo, I mean, this is the original Stan Sakai costume. His original kimono, and I don't know. I don't even know if that's a kimono, but in his original garb, this is him. And I saw this once the whole year. You know, I only saw one of these in all of Chicago, all of the Chicago suburbs. Searched through many stores, and I've only saw one, picked them up once, and that was it. This figure is scarce. If you do see this in stores, pick one up, and leave the second one for another collector, quote unquote Toy Galaxy. And this brown costume Wolverine is just fantastic. I think he has surpassed my Tiger Stripe Red Hulk line Wolverine. I think he's so fantastic because he's the right height, he's the right colors. He is my essential Wolverine at the moment. So I think I already put them in order. So this is my number 1 is the Jim Lee Cyclops. Number 2 is Usagi Yojimbo, and number 3 is the brown suit Wolverine. Fantastic. Love these figures. This is my top 10 to the top 3 action figures for 2017. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Please stop by again, and until next time, bye now.